Hello everyone. So I want to introduce you to a 100-year-old standing waste. This is a common drain from 20s, teens, pre-teens, where all the overflow compartment was inside of here and all that was controlled through this plunger here. So how this worked is that in the down position, it's in the down position right now. The plunger is blocking the outlet here, so water cannot make its way out. And then if you rotate this, right, you can rotate it left, doesn't matter. It goes to the high point. At this point, the plunger is no longer blocking the bottom here, and water can just continue to roll. The plunger is right here. So this goes down, it blocks the water here, so water cannot run out of the sink. So when this item came to us, it came complete. It had this nut right here, this nut right here. These nuts are both very specific. A unit like this, it's going to have odd sized nuts almost all the time. And even up here, that's a very critical nut to have. So when it came to us, this part right here was all destroyed. Not salvageable. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we make this part right here. Here we have a handicap drain. And how that works is that it's designed to accommodate a wheelchair more easily. Otherwise, the water would go straight down and be in the way. And this is an item you can find on the Sink Factory website, the drain area. And we do customize these in any way you'd like. We can do it with or without an overflow. In this case, this comes here with an overflow built into it. But the critical part is what we call the shoe, this part right here. So now we have that part. So if you could take this part right here, undo the flange and tailpiece. There we have it. So that's the critical part of the item right there. This right here is just 1.25 inch fine threaded tailpiece with a slip joint connection. Very important to have the original nut, otherwise this is going to be a difficult connection to seal properly. So we've got this taken care of. This is taken care of. Now we need the flange. The part that threads in here. So my customer opted for this flange right here. It's a very nice flange. It's made by Kohler. It's part of their drain right here. And you can also find this drain on our drain area website. So what we did was it had to take this piece here and we have to make it to right here to create that piece. So, and of course these two are not compatible at all. Here's a male thread, there's a female thread, and they will not glue each other. So this is not a compatible threaded area. So what we're doing is we're going to cut this threads off, and we're going to fuse that thread to this piece right here. So this now will have the right threads. And that is what we've done here. That is what we've done. So basically, so now we've recreated the whole inside of this drain. The shoe part. So that's all been rebuilt, brand spanking new, looks old. And we had the original slip joint nut, very important. Now the next step, once that's done, to test it, we fill it full of water, bring it up, bring it down, and this didn't test very well. In the down position, it's not really holding water like it's supposed to. So we're gonna see what we can do with that part right there. And now here's the lower half of the original plunger. Now when we sent this to chrome plating, we did not send this piece because it was already compromised. And we tried to make it work. We were unable to make it work. It just doesn't really want to hold the water. It's very loose on the threads here. It doesn't really grab properly. And so we had to recreate this part right here. It's a lot to do with this crack you see right here. Where's that? Here's that crack. This is what they came up with right here. Now this here is going to slip right up inside here very snugly, and it's adjustable, and it's hollow, and it blocks the water 100%. We will epoxy this together after I do the show here, so that this doesn't slip. But this right here will be adjustable depending on what the sink is. So there's a rubber O-ring right here that catches and creates a seal. This ball right here will center it as it goes down. So this fits right on here. It's a nice tight fit. So I'm going to put that in there. That's the closed position, 100% sealed. Open position, closed position. And so to create a seal here, we're going to put a lot of plumber's tape on these threads right here, because water actually will seep through where the threads are. In our testing, we did seam those threads. And then we'll leave instructions with the installer how to adjust here. Anyhow, this has been a fun project. We like making these things live for another day. So that's called a standing waist, and that was a common item 100 years ago.
Thanks for watching The Sink Factory.